specific battery. Costs like 25 bucks on some weird Chinese site. They have to pay like 50 bucks for shipping. Something ridiculous like that. Obviously this full metal slide. Alright, I'm gonna make a metal sound with it. Ooh. Metal sound. Plastic. Some plastic. Plastic for metal. So hot plastic, real metal screws. Magazines, all metal. Right? It's an all metal mag. It's not the kind of metal you think it would be, but it's a magazine. I recommend you do some things to it, like what I did with this. You see how I put this tape here? It's so I can create a bit of friction between this thing and this, because this has serious problems when it comes to the slide coming off, so you can't really quick draw, you know? Because if you were to do that, the slide would just fly off at like 50 miles an hour. So what I do is I just stuck some tape here, and it does look really bad. I'm going to do a better job on this at some point. But currently it kind of works. I got to finish spray painting it. But got this, and it works. Sticks the tape on there, creates a bit of friction between this and that, because this is a little bit too big for it, but it's plastic, so it can kind of squeeze in there. You got a little bit of force, but it does not come off, trust me. It does not come off unless you want it to come off. You wanted to release the battery, you just pull this here. Most people don't really know. It's the quality control sticker. The best place to order it is either off eBay, where they sell them for really, really cheap, or what do you think? If you got eBay, you got Tiger 101HK. I think this thing is on Airsoft Megastore. You could probably find this thing on Amazon too. It's for really bad prices, but chronos at somewhere between 190 and 230 feet per second. I mean, it's not that inconsistent, but it's in terms of quality control, you know, like some guns have different compression. It's China, man. It's China. So you'll get some really bad lemons, but when you do get the good guns, because it's SEMA, they're indestructible. I've dropped this thing about twice. See, this is the hop-up wheel. I recommend you do that. The stuff, you know what to do. See this right here? See that? See how it's stuck? It's because I dropped it, and the hop-up got a little bit shittier, so I had to put it all the way up to use 0.2s. It was already arcing in the video, so that was kind of wrong. This is the safety. Obviously, full auto right up here. Goddamn it, semi-auto up here and full auto down here. Obviously, the mag release. Trigger is a little bit tough. It is very thick. You can get over it. Like I said, this is about 10 times better than a gas pistol, simply because your engagement distance with a gas pistol should be within 40 feet. Okay. And this thing excels in those distances. You don't really need 300 FPS for those distances, like especially because like the whole reason people use sidearms is because their soft guns hurt at close ranges. You know, like full size rifles. And I run mine at like 420, 430 or something. I'm not really sure. I mean, originally it was around like 440. I did some other shit with it, shorten the barrel, used some heavier BBs. It's got a bit of jewel creep on it, so it's probably like 460. With twos, like comparatively in like joules, it should be around like 460 because of the 433 losing the 22mm barrel. 455 down to 433. You know the gist. Do some other shit with it. And yes, it does look bad, I know, but this is what I did to it. Okay, not what you did. This is me. This is all me. I do have to fix that though. I'll probably cut it or something and like super glue it. But with a slide on, it's very thick. It is a very thick gun. Obviously, I don't have this camera mounted anywhere, so I'm just giving up. The whole thing weighs about like 1.9 pounds, but it's metal, right? You can get used to the weight. You just got to be a tough boy. So comparatively, I have a SPO22 over here. All right, here we go. It's a spring pistol, and this is in the same model too. So I don't have a real one. I mean, I do remember there was a review where some guy compared the SEMA 1911 to a real 1911, or like a gas gun. I'm not really sure. and it was really obvious. But this is how thick a P226 should be. This should be about as thick as the 2022, which is what I got on the side, obviously. The sights are shit, but you really shouldn't be using sights. I mean, sure you can, and they're actually really good if you do sight them in, simply because they have a very small reticle. I don't know. It works, but it doesn't really need the use of sight simply because it doesn't hit 100 feet. Or does it? Yeah, it hits 100 feet, yeah. It hits like 110, 120. Yeah, it's an excellent CQB. Excellent CQB. They don't have no stroke. It's an excellent CQB gun. Thing comes out. Got some shit here. Got some cool shit here. Got some cool shit back here. Got some cool shit here. Obviously the slide doesn't go back, it's not below back. If it was, you'd have to spend at least $40 more. No, I'm just kidding. It'd be more like 200 simply because the Tokyo Marui one is like it's 280 with .12s, and 280.12 is good simply because these things have a little bit of jewel creep in them that they take advantage of. So they have a little bit. Their cylinder is a little bit too over volumed for .12s, but they're volumed for .2s, so you can achieve 210 FPS. Because if you get a Springers, I was going to show you Springer. I don't know where my spring pistol went, but my Springer, it hits the same FPS as this. Actually has better range, I can tell you that. It really does. But, yeah. Obviously, you press this thing down if you want to take the slide off. Also the controls. You don't need to test this thing ever. You just don't. It's fucking indestructible, and it's got a 30 round magazine, 15 rounds per second with a battery, whether it's full or not full. It probably goes down to like 13 or 14 when it's like nearly dead. So this thing's a beast. And this is about like 1,500 shots at least. I've never ran out of battery with this thing, never. And never used it in a game though, never. But I can tell you that from using that thing right there, see that little Tokyo Marui EBB, is that this will work better than that, because that's 200.12s, 200.2s. People are going to feel their hits with this. And plus I use AAA, this uses a battery that uses, it's all plastic, this is all metal. I do like all plastic a lot better for a sidearm simply because I don't like lugging around a 2-pound pistol. I just don't. I wish I could shave off a lot of weight off this thing. So like I just like a plastic slide and fucking shave off all of this shit right here. I just can't do it. I just can't. Obviously the motor's in here. I'm not really sure what's under the sticker. You could see for yourself. You look for yourself. Once you get your gun, you tell me. I don't really want to do that. I like the sticker. It looks dumb. China Quality Control. Electric gun. What the fuck does that say? Electric gun series. It's got a fucking nearly completely cropped out picture of like an Uzi or some shit. Fucking SEMA, man. I love this brand. I just love it. I think it's like a made in China trademark. Oh, there it is. There's a made in China trademark just right there. So, yeah. And yeah, like if you're not going for like straight up like CQB in like a room, you know, like when you have the really good fields and like you're shooting people at like 100 feet and below in CQB, because apparently that's what people think CQB is, even though it kind of isn't. You'd need a gas gun for that, but as soon as it's got full auto, your gas gun doesn't. That's an advantage. And for field play, if you're fighting within 100 feet, like as close as you're gonna get, like within 100 feet, this is the best gun. This is the best sidearm there is. Trust me, you can whip out your Scorpion. That thing weighs fucking 3 pounds. Okay, that Scorpion is a 3-pound gun. You do not want that. And you can go down to like 2.5 pounds. The dog's not giving a fuck. But yeah. Yes, it is completely disproportional, but I'd like to regard it as a larger size handgun for like a larger caliber for SIG that never existed, you know? Like a higher caliber SIG that never existed. Like it was gonna chamber the 50 GI. If you don't know what 50 GI is, I could do I'll put up a picture. I think. Could I? Nah, I can't put up a fucking picture. I'm gonna Sony Vegas shit. $45, $50 GI. 45, 40, 50 GI. I think that's what it is it? I think. No, these are both 50 GI, and that's a 45. There you go. Oh yeah, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big gun around. And we got 1911. Let's shoot that. The more you know. Oh shit, this is the hollow points. Check that out. That's what hollow points do. Look at that. The crush of death. Might be controlled destruction or something. I don't know what you call that. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. I know what that is. That's kind of nice. Whatever. You get the point. It's a gun. It lasts forever. It's not super pretty. It shoots full auto. It's meant for really close quarters. If you're using like for super close quarters, like you've got your AK in a what do you call those things? You know, the straps. The straps. You put it on the front, and you get the sling. Yeah, you've got your AK on a 2-point sling. You just put it over front of you. Just over front of you, and you just whip out this fucking handgun, and you just smoke people in CQB. You just do it. Especially if it's by surprise. If this is by surprise, this is the best gun. Seriously, it just is. And there's a number of reasons for that. One is that people do not like hearing a gas pistol from their spawn. Okay, if you get behind the enemy, like what I do sometimes, you don't want to have a gas pistol. You just straight up do not. And that's because if they don't think there's an enemy there, they still will. That's a contradiction. If they don't know you're coming, right? And they hear a gas pistol and like, oh, it's our teammate shooting at a bad guy that's really fucking close up. Better send the entire A team down there, right? Or alternatively, what the fuck is the enemy doing back here? Which is it's not as common if you do it right. You know what I mean. They hear an AEG pistol, or AEP obviously. They're like, oh, someone's shooting an AEG, kind of. And this is actually pretty quiet with .2s, and some guy shooting an AEG. You could probably shoot some guy in the back with a guy right next to him. And the guy right next to him like, what? He got hit, and the guy would probably like mumble, goes on the back, and like turn around, and you just have the gun right in his fucking face. All right, some funny shit. Like that's my tactics. Those are my tactics. Now, the ultimate ninja gun for super close quarters is this. This thing sounds like a mouse's fart when it goes off. Flowback, which kind of sucks because it gets a little bit too loud. Well, beautiful handgun, 2015. And, the disadvantages, 16 rounds, only .12. I mean, it's not very high FPS. 200.12, that ain't shit. That's like Crossman shit, but it has a dope ass hop up, so it's like 60, 70 feet. But I don't like using it. It costs more than gas to use this thing. So I give it 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. This is a great gun. Now, it would be 11 out of 10 if it didn't weigh almost 2 pounds. Now, I think I could fix that someday, but for now, just get a little bit tougher, alright? Just grow the fuck up. Grow a pair. Work out for like 3 days. Just lift some weights for like 3 days, Just do like a 20, a set of 20, of like 20-pound weights, and you do that for 3 days, and you will carry this gun and it won't be shit. I mean, you sure got to get your own holster, but you know what I mean. It's good. It's good. Fits its purpose. This thing doesn't work. I don't think you need it to work. Who wants to add more weight to a 2-pound pistol? Not me. There are some modifications people do to them. Some people use Glocks. I honestly wish I got an M9, but that thing would cost at least $100 to get here, and I wouldn't pay $100. I would pay $60 like I would with this. I didn't pay $60. I paid like $70, $75. It was a pretty good deal. I found it. I got this after my fucking ASG Scorpion malfunctioned, so this is a better gun than the Scorpion. And the Scorpion was regarded as the best AEP of all time, which I find to be complete bullshit because it fucking breaks within like 2 weeks. Well, that's what mine did. And I'm not sure if ASG is a Chinese company or not, but if it is, I don't trust it. SEMA and Classic Army are the only guns that are Chinese that I trust. Fucking slot machine-eyed pieces of fucking fried rice. Racism. That's the video. That's it. And you can see me shooting it now. I'm gonna shoot the gun, and it's not gonna have sound because I don't have Sony Vegas, so I have to make do with what I have, and what I have is nothing. That's all I got right there.